PAO. How y'all doing today?
Good. Always great to be here.
Good. See, I like that. I like your enthusiasm. Sorry. Always great to be here. That's what I'm talking about. All right, so we got Chief Smith in here. Chief Warrant Officer Smith. Let me rephrase that. And he's going to talk a little bit about the zombie run that's coming up. And I'm going to go ahead and let you have the floor.
All right, thanks. So pretty much the soldiers of the 602nd ASB, are pulling out all the stops. We're all coming together to put together this zombie fun run for the soldiers, the families, and pretty much friends, the whole community. Everyone's invited. It's gonna be located. The run is gonna start on Camp Humphreys at the MP Hill Gym. We're trying to get that redesignated to the War Horse Gym. That's a sidebar. It's a kind of a shout out to my battalion commander. But anyways, the MP Hill Fitness Gym. The run will start at 08 on Friday morning. We ask that you get there just a little bit early if you haven't already pre-registered via phone call or email to me. I know that there are flyers floating around. I don't know if they've made it to Osan, but I know they're pretty much everywhere on Camp Humphreys. So I'll cover some contact info for me a little later. Pretty much the reason we're doing this fun run is for the morale of the soldiers and the families. A lot of us, this is a first time abroad, and it can be a little overwhelming being away from home. So just doing things like this to get your focus off of your day-to-day life away from home. We're bringing a little bit of home to us. I know zombies play a big part in a lot of people in the world, their lives. With the Walking Dead TV series and all of these other movies that come out. Zombies are pretty intriguing to the world. So, everyone wants to be a part of it. Everyone wants to help out, and everyone wants to participate in it. So we're doing this. This is officially the second annual 602nd zombie run. I know there's a rumor floating around that this isn't the second one, but we can't find anyone that can confirm or deny that there's been more than one previously. So we're running with second annual, and we're going to try to keep this going, next year as well. So
So what are our soldiers and families supposed to wear?
So they are asked to wear whatever they feel like wearing. The majority of people are going to be wearing costumes, being that it's near, the Halloween holiday. I do want to put out that your clothes will get messy and possibly stained. Being that
don't come out there fresh like you're about to go to the club.
Yeah, don't bring anything that you want to wear later, or something that's nice. So don't bring an expensive costume. I'll put it that way.
That's right. From what I heard last year, they did flags. So if the zombie took your flag, you were out, or if you had two flags or something like that. But this year, I don't think so. I think
you're just infected.
The race.
Oh, okay.
So, well, we're not doing flags this year. So it's a little bit different from next year. From last year. Last year they did the flags. So this year we're going to try to do blood. So basically the zombies' hands will be covered in blood.
So if you get touched,
then you're infected.
Exactly. That's why it's going to get messy.
Yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much the gist of the zombie run. So,
How long is it?
The run is 3 kilometers, so approximately 1.8 miles. I've been getting a lot of calls and questions about the baby strollers and things like that, because this run is not totally on the hardball. So if you have the big bicycle stroller, with the bicycle wheels, then, it'll be feasible for you to complete the run. Granted, you don't have to run. You can walk. If you want to, get infected, but yeah. So, it's a little bit rough terrain, curbs and going up and down sidewalks and a little bit dirt roads, rocky dirt roads. But the big strollers can handle it. And I'm not sure about the dinky ones. So, yeah.
Okay. So it's it's a mile, about almost 2 miles,
Mhm.
and basically you should run if you don't want to die.
Yes.
Basically, right?
Mhm.
Don't wear anything that you don't want to get blood on. And so, is there like a prize for like first place, second place?
No, because it's not a race. It's not a competition. Because obviously, if there was a prize for it, you know what I mean, the same people would win every year. I mean, there's fast people,
Right.
so it's not fun when you know who's gonna win the race. So this year we're just focusing on the fun of it and the experience of it. Right now there's not a prize per se. We're still, I mean, we have everything finalized, but there's still, options out there if we want to do something like that. And the runners will just have to, show up to find out if there's a prize or not.
That's a good way of doing that.
Yeah.
All right. So that being said, we're going to take a short break, but before so, we're going to get into the weather right now. Currently, it's 63 degrees. It's going to be a low of about 40. Some clouds later on tonight. Tomorrow is going to be intervals of clouds and sunshine with the high about 59 and winds west to southwest at 10 to 15 miles per hour. The low of 37 degrees, 20% chance of rain tomorrow. And Friday is going to be a high of 54 and a low of 34.
All right, and for today's fuel prices, you can get your unleaded for $2.41, your premium for $2.84, and diesel is currently at $2.67.
Your DoD bank exchange rate is $1 will get you 1,105 won.
All right, now stick with us because we'll be right back around 2:30 something. You know what I'm talking about. In a couple minutes, we got some songs for you. We got some U2 and also some Rachel Platten. So keep it locked right here on AFN The Eagle. We're serving America's best. It's 2:29 right now, and we are still in the studio with Chief Warrant Officer, Second Class Norman Smith, and Sergeant Jesse Smith from the 2-Cap PAO. All right, so earlier we talked a little bit about what the zombie run is and pretty much the 5 W's, who, what, when, where, why, and why you should be there. So now we're going to talk a little bit about what's different from last year's run, and we discussed a little bit. We touched on it just a tad, and you mentioned the flags from last year is going to be different this year. So I'm going to go ahead and let you tell them because if I say it, it's not going to mean nothing.
All right, so pretty much what's going to be different from last year. This year, we're going to be focusing more on the experience of the run. So it's not just about how fast you can complete the run. It's going to be, more based on the props that we have, the time we're putting into doing makeup, our decorations. But we're focusing mainly on the zombies. We want these zombies to look as realistic as possible. So, I understand you guys are going to be running, hopefully scared with your eyes closed. But, keep your eyes peeled, observe your surroundings, take a look at some of the zombie faces, just check out some of the detail that we're putting into it.
I like your eyes.
Yeah, yeah, but don't tag me. But, all right, so, that, we're really focusing on the makeup of it, trying to make, the zombies look real. So if you got a weak heart, some of the gross wounds, you might not want to take a look at, but we're really, letting out all the stops. So that's one difference. The route itself, normally fun runs are all on hardball, from point A to point B, you're on the pavement. Well, this time it's going to be a little different. We're trying to make it as realistic. So you're going to be running, through vehicles, around buildings, down dirt roads, crossing rough terrain, grass, it's going to be like, you're running, if you're actually running from zombies, you're not just going to stay on the main road and run from the zombies, what I mean? Yeah, so you're going to be, off-roading it a little bit. So just keep that in mind. As far as, the safety goes, you're going to make sure, we all stretch before the run. We don't want any injuries, rolled ankles and things like that. The other difference, the flags we were talking about earlier. So this year, the zombies are going to be feasting on bodies, and eating on a body. Your hands and mouth and face are going to get a little bloody. So these zombies, once they notice you coming up, they're going to attempt to make contact and feast on you. So their hands are going to be bloody. They're going to be bloody. So if they make contact with you, that's how we're going to determine whether you were infected or not, because you're going to have some sort of blood stain somewhere on your person, So, that's a little bit different. So it's going to be blood stains on you versus your flag being taken away.
So will it just be like any blood on you, or is it going to be like a handprint?
Yeah, it's got to be
like
legitimate. We can tell if a zombie attempted to grab you versus, you accidentally got a splash of blood on you. So, and, we're going to have, towards the end of the run, everyone's going to be quarantined, and we're going to determine, whether or not if you're infected, and we're going to have to, give you some sort of cure, because we can't have you running around Camp Humphreys infecting the whole community. You know what I'm saying?
I was going to say just put them out of the quarantine. You got to go, man. Sorry.
Yeah, we can't let you go home either. So, and then, the main difference, the experience of it, it's just not a run from here to there and you're done, along the route, there's going to be, I'll just say be aware of your surroundings, because there may be things along the route that can help you along your way to assist you in eluding zombies and heighten your chances of coming away uninfected, if there is a prize out there for those who aren't infected. So
I don't think one of those things will be a tank, so you just forget about that.
No.
Tank, be free of zombies.
Yeah, hopefully it's something you can carry. If not, hopefully you're in a buddy team. All right. So those are pretty much the differences from last year's run, and hopefully we get enough people interested to come out to support us, because the soldiers will love the feedback. All the preparation that the 602nd ASB soldiers are putting into this. A big turnout would fulfill them. They'll know that their work didn't go in vain. So we're asking everyone to come out. Tell your friends. Friday, MP Hill Gym 08, Camp Humphreys. We're going to a zombie run. And, I hear there's one on Osan the following day. So go ahead and double dip and get twice the fun.
So, is there, when you set up something like this, you have some kind of number in mind? How many people are you expecting to come and show up?
Well, I've been getting a lot of phone calls and emails from, family members, people, contractors, So just doing my own numbers calculations, I'm estimating 500 plus, and that's not really counting all military personnel. Right. So, granted, the majority of the 2 cab units will be there.
Do you know how many people have pre-registered?
I have not taken a count just yet. I'm still getting emails as we speak, today on the radio. So I really won't have a final count for the pre-registers until the actual day of the run. And then on the day of the run, if you come, early enough, we can capture your name as well, so we can add you to the numbers, just so we know how many people came out and supported the run.
That's awesome. All right. So with that being said, we're going to take a short break. Got some great hits for you. It's This Is How You Know by Nico and Vines, and also got some Major Lazer as well. So just keep it locked right here on AFN the Eagle, because you just might miss out. It's 2:44, and we're back with Chief Warrant Officer, 2nd Class Norman Smith, and Sergeant. I always want to call you Staff Sergeant every time. I just see a promotion. I'm telling you, Sergeant Jesse Smith and 2 Cab PAO. So we talked a little bit about what the zombie run is and what's different from last year and what's going to be happening this year. and why you need to be there. So I'm gonna go ahead and let you take it away, Chief.
All right, so pretty much the zombie run is like it's like a sort of an outlet for the soldiers, you know. We're trying to show that, we're not only aircraft maintainers or, survivability equipment repairers or ComSec repairers, all the MOSs that, we possess in our support battalion, we can still take a step back, and have fun. We still have lives. We're still human. So that's pretty much it. We want to show, or, the soldiers want to take a breath and take a step back, so we're giving them that opportunity to have a little fun. And then also we get to support the community, and, just pretty much show we care about more than just us, we're not just one track minded. And, even though, we are the awesomest, most best aviation support battalion, this side of Mercury. Oh yeah.
Yeah, and
So, go ahead.
this is a great way, for soldiers to have fun, and while not getting in trouble, not going out drinking,
Yep.
things like that. It's a great outlet for them, like Chief said.
Yeah. So why should the soldiers and families come out to the run, and why is it important for the 2CAB to hold events like these? I know you just said to let the the soldiers have fun, but why is it important to get the families involved? Yeah.
Well, yeah, a lot of families come over here, and, they're here while their significant other, or the military soldiers at work, sun up to sundown. And, a lot of times they're just in the house waiting. I know that's the case for me. I'm at work early morning. I get home late, and my family's there waiting, and I only get, maybe an hour or two to spend with them, and I'm hitting the rack so I can get up and do it again. So, they get beaten down by that. It kind of seems easy for the other side, the non-green suitor, but, it's difficult for those people as well. So, this gives them something to look forward to. Even my wife, she's actually helping me out with this zombie run. She's giving me a lot of ideas, and she's creating a lot of things for me as well. So, and I'm sure, I've had soldiers, say that their wives have, suggested this and suggested that. So, they're excited about this kind of stuff too. So, it just gives them something to look forward to and them something to do. Granted, it's only, one thing out of a year, but, this isn't the only thing that, we do, or the only event that the 602nd is going to hold or has been holding. We do this a lot, or 2CAB in that, so to speak. So we do a lot. We're not just, soldiering 24/7, So, and, we can't forget about the families and the children. So, it's a grown-up event, but it's for the kids as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it gets them out, and it allows spouses to meet other spouses and get contacts and make friends, really.
Don't try to make friends with the zombies. That's probably a bad idea. Get your brains eaten. Yeah. So, anything else you want to wrap up? Any phone numbers you want to give out? Contact information.
Yeah. Well, first I'd like to say, I just want to give a special thanks to all of the 602nd ASB soldiers that are supporting and helping set this thing up. They're still setting up currently as we speak. We're doing rehearsals and stuff. Trying to make it a great turnout or a great event for the runners. So my platoon in particular, of the Bravo Company 602nd ASB, the avionics platoon. We're kind of the center of all this. So I want to give a shout out to those soldiers, and then Alpha Company, Bravo Company, headquarters support company of the 602nd. They are all pitching in a great way, So I want to give a special shout out to those guys too. And, pretty much the whole 2CAB, everywhere I go within the unit, I'm asking for support for this run. Everyone's willing to help. So just in general, 2CAB, you get a high five from me. 2CAB is awesome.
You want to give them your number and email so they can
yeah.
re-register?
So if anyone that's listening to this broadcast now, if I've enticed you enough to want to participate in this run, I can be reached on my personal cell, because that's what I'm currently using, because that's the best way to get a hold of me. So my number is 010-3408-3774, and that's CW2 Smith or Chief Smith, whatever, however you want to call. Just, once I answer the phone, just say, I want to be in the zombie run. Tell me what I need to do, and I'll get you squared away. If you get a chance to get a hold to a flyer, my email address is on there. But, being that the run is kind of 2 days away and the emails are flooding in, the easiest way to register is just to give me a call.
So are you still looking for zombies? Like, do you still need zombies? Or you already got that filled up?
Zombies, I mean, we have the zombies. If you would like to be a zombie, I would ask that, you do your own makeup at this point and just show up the morning of. And, obviously the more zombies, the better. So if you would like to be a zombie and you're not in the 2nd Combat Aviation Brigade, you can show up to the MP Hill Gym, the parking lot, at 0700, and I'll get you squared away and get you assigned a position where you can be a part of the zombie run.
Cool. Now, this just came to my head. Like, what if somebody came, I want to be a zombie, but they really wanted to, like, infiltrate the zombie, like, territory and kill them all? Like, what?
Hey, that's, zombies are a bad thing. So, if you can find a way to get rid of these zombies,
I don't know how you're gonna do that within the parameters of the run, but
there's a will, there's a way. I'm kidding. I'm not really.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Anything else? Email address or anything like that?
Yeah. It's difficult to give out my email address because people always ask, how do I pronounce or spell my first name? Mm-hmm. So my name is Norvin Smith. First name is Norvin. That's November, Oscar, Romeo, Victor, India, November. And the email address would be norvin.d as in dog, .smith, SMITH, @gmail.com. That's the email I'm using to take the zombie registrations.
Cool. All right, with that being said, we're going to take a short break, but got some weather to give to you first. It's currently 63 degrees and partly cloudy. It looks pretty good outside, and I'm looking out the window, and it's kind of bright. Clouds are up. It's a little windy, too. I stepped outside, and it was, had to get in the sun.
Yeah,
like, man,
it's a little chilly today.
Chilly out there. It's going to be a low of 40 tonight, and tomorrow it's going to be partly cloudy skies during the morning hours. It'll become overcast in the afternoon with a low of 38 and partly cloudy. 20% chance of rain. And Friday is going to be a high of 53 and a low of 34.
And once again, for your fuel prices, you can get your unleaded for $2.41. You can get premium for $2.84. And your diesel is $2.67.
Your DoD exchange or bank exchange rate is $1 will get you 1,105 won. And the last thing I needed to put out was at the super hangar today until 1600. I know it's late notice, but all 2-cab soldiers and family members need to go to the super hangar because AFN Osan is actually out there doing short little videos to send back to people's hometowns, little holiday greetings to send back to family, and AFN will actually market them to your hometown local network. So that's pretty awesome.
That is awesome. You guys take advantage of it. It's free. All you got to do is show up, uniform. We got a couple guidelines. Service members must be in uniform. Work uniform is fine. Family members should accompany their sponsor. Also, unless the sponsor is deployed, of course. Santa hats, pets, banners, and Christmas attire is acceptable. But you should bring your address book or, the addresses that you want to send your shout-outs to. You'll need the family members' names, the city, state, and phone number, but no street address is required. So head on out there, man, to the super hangar.
The super hangar, yep.
Head on out there and give this shout-out. People love to see stuff like this. So when they're watching football games or,
right.
During the holiday season, they see, their family on TV. It's like, oh, that's pretty cool. I like that.
Yeah.
But, hey. It is what it is. If you don't show up, then you can't complain. So, do your thing. But coming up after this short break, we got some Megan training with Like I'm Gonna Lose You. So keep it locked right here on AFN the Eagle. You're serving America's best.